There was a man who knelt in the dark. Not in a church, not in a temple. In his empty living room. Everything was gone. His job, his savings, his dignity, his belief that life had any meaning at all. He looked up at the ceiling and whispered one question. A question millions have asked before him. A question that carries the weight of every broken heart. Why? Just that. One word. Why? And the silence that followed felt like an answer he didn't want to hear. But what happened next, in the weeks and months that followed that dark night, wasn't just a story of recovery. It was a story of faith, of trust, of a man who learned the hardest lesson God ever teaches, that sometimes he doesn't protect you from the storm, he takes you through it. And on the other side, there's something you could never have found without it. His name was Samuel, 36 years old, a man who believed in God, genuinely, deeply believed. He went to church every Sunday, prayed every morning, thanked God for every meal. His faith was real, not performative. It was the foundation of his life. His job as an accountant paid well. His wife, Grace, was loving. Their small home was warm. Life wasn't perfect, but it was blessed. And Samuel knew it, or thought he knew it. Then one Tuesday, everything crumbled. Samuel walked into work and found his desk empty. A letter on his chair. Due to company restructuring, your position has been eliminated, effective immediately. He read it 3 times, certain it was a mistake. It wasn't. By evening, he was unemployed. No warning, no preparation, just gone. That night, he told Grace. She held him. "It's okay," she said softly. "God has a plan," someone nodded. But inside, he wasn't sure. What kind of plan starts with this? He thought. The first weeks were manageable. Samuel applied for jobs, stayed optimistic. Something will come up, he told himself. 2 weeks became a month. A month became 2. Rejections piled up one after another, like stones on his chest. Money ran out faster than expected. Bills started arriving, red envelopes, warnings. Samuel and Grace started arguing, not from anger, from fear. The kind of fear that seeps into everything, poisons everything. One evening, Grace said, "Maybe we should move in with my parents. We can't keep living like this." Samuel felt something crack inside. "I'll find something," he said, his voice shaking. "Give me more time." But time was running out. 3 months in, Samuel stopped praying. Not consciously, he didn't decide to stop. He just called. The words wouldn't come, because every prayer felt like shouting into an empty room. "Where are you?" he'd think. "I believed in you. I trusted you. And this is what you give me." The silence of God felt like abandonment, and Samuel's faith, once so strong, began to crack, like ice in spring. Slowly, quietly, until one night, on his knees in the dark living room, it almost shattered completely. That was the night everything felt impossible. Grace was asleep. The kids were dreaming, but Samuel was wide awake. Drowning. He didn't cry. It was past tears. He just sat there, empty, broken, asking why. And then, in that emptiness, something strange happened. Not a voice, not a vision, just a feeling, a quiet, undeniable nudge, like a hand on his shoulder in the dark. It said nothing, but it felt like something that whispered, "Keep going. Not because you understand, but because I do." Samuel didn't know what to do with that feeling. But the next morning, something small happened. A neighbor knocked on his door. "Samuel, my cousin is looking for someone to help with her small grocery store. Just temporary. The pay isn't great, but it's something." Samuel hesitated. It wasn't accounting. It wasn't what he'd trained for. It felt like a step backward. but something inside him said yes. So, annulled it. I'll do it. The work was hard. Lifting boxers, stocking shelves. Waking up at 4 a.m. Samuel's ego protested every single day. You have a degree, it whispered. You used to wear suits. Now you're carrying crates. But he pushed through, not from pride, from trust. A fragile, barely there trust that maybe, just maybe, God hadn't abandoned him. He simply had a different path in mind. Weeks passed. Samuel noticed something. The grocery store's owner, an elderly woman named Mrs. Reddy, was struggling financially, not just with the business, with everything. Her health, her loneliness, her finances. And Samuel, without being asked, started helping, not just with the store, with air life. He fixed her leaking roof, helped her with paperwork, drove her to doctor appointments. It wasn't in his job description, but it felt right, like something he was meant to do. One day, a man walked into the store, well-dressed, confident. He watched Samuel work. Not host work, serve. Genuinely serve. With care, with heart. The man approached him. You seem overqualified for this Samuel Smilet. Maybe, but I'm exactly where I need to be right now. The man raised an eyebrow. I run a nonprofit. We help small businesses and elderly entrepreneurs. We need someone with accounting skills and, more importantly, someone with heart. Interested? Samuel froze. Not from surprise, from recognition. Because this exact moment, this exact opportunity could never have happened if he had stayed in his old job. Never. The grocery store. Mrs. Reddy. The man walking in, every wrong step had led him here. 6 months later, Samuel was running the financial arm of the nonprofit. The pay wasn't as high as his old salary, but the purpose, unmatched. He was helping people. Really helping. And every life he touched, every business he saved, every family he supported, felt like a piece of a puzzle he hadn't known existed. One evening, Grace asked him, "Do you remember that night you were on your knees when everything felt hopeless?" Samuel nodded. She smiled. "Were you faithful then?" He thought about it. "Honestly, I was terrified. I almost lost my faith entirely." She squeezed his hand. "But you didn't. And that's why you're here. Not because God made it easy, but because he didn't quit when he made it hard. Here's the truth. You're in a storm right now. Maybe you've lost something. A job, a relationship, a dream, a person. And you're looking up, asking the same question Samuel asked. Why? And the silence feels cruel, unbearable. Like no one is listening. But here's what you don't know. God isn't silent. He's strategic. He doesn't always explain his plan. He reveals Italiano slowly. Step by step. Not all at once, because if he showed you the full picture, you'd skip the lessons. And the lessons are what make you who you need to become. Samuel's job loss felt like destruction. But it was actually construction. His time in the grocery store felt like a punishment. But it was actually a bridge. Every painful moment was a piece of a plan so much bigger than he could see. And your pain right now might be a piece of a plan you can't see either. A plan that leads somewhere extraordinary. Somewhere you could never have reached without this exact storm. Faith doesn't mean life won't break you. It means that even when it does, something greater is at work. Not despite the pain. Through it, trust isn't believing everything will be okay immediately. It's believing that even in the mess, even in the dark, even in the silence, God is building something beautiful. Something worth the wait, something worth the tears. So don't be fearful, be faithful. Not because you have all the answers, but because someone does. And he hasn't forgotten you. He's just not finished yet. Your storm isn't the end, it's the beginning. Trust the plan. Even when you can't see it. God's timing is never late. It's always exactly right.